Alright, welcome everyone to my 2024 timesheet, a compilation of all the personal bests that I achieved before the end of the year 2024. Before starting, I want to give you a few notes about this video. So, all of my PBs are from 2024, and all of them are of the no shortcut category. I'm just not really that interested in glitches at the moment. Maybe my opinion on that will change, but for now, it's all no shortcut. Secondly, these times are not that good. I only really started taking this game like more seriously and competitively this year, so in all senses I'm still a beginner. I'm mainly making this video for myself and to like create a milestone of my times, just to, you know, go back in the future and look at them, look at my runs, see how I've improved, etc. I don't really expect this video to have a wide audience because of that, but it's fine. Lastly, I want to mention that this commentary is unscripted and recorded in one take, so don't expect really the most fluid commentary, but I'll try to make it as entertaining as I can, while still providing, you know, insightful thoughts on my runs, on the certain tracks, you know, give my opinions on them, on the time trials as a whole, and yeah, I hope you'll enjoy. Starting off with LC, we have a 110.493. Achieved on the 28th of November. I got this to get the hero standard, and I didn't really progress further because, to be honest, I don't really like this track. It's not the style of track that I particularly like. I'm a lot more into like technical tracks than pure driving tracks, and this track focuses most of its time saved by, you know, taking clean lines, having good consistent alignments. And I'm just not good at that. Not also good with spear either. Not that bad with spear, but yeah, for example here I got a really bad alignment causing me to realign, rehop again, and this was just all around a bad lap. This run is not good. It's not good, it's very improvable. That lap 2 was just really awful. Lap 1 was a personal best split though, so I guess there's that. That's the main reason why, but yeah, you see here, it's got really bad alignment, you know, gotta realign, lose time. I do get a good cut here though. So yeah, goal is 109, which is basically just a more polished version of this run. No real strategy changes, just, you know, better driving and understanding spear more maybe. Next we have mkw-sp, and this is actually my oldest personal best. 118.792, achieved all the way back in May, and the reason why I haven't improved this time, it's because it was hero standard. At the time I didn't even know that the standards really existed. I just went for the CTGP gold stars, and this time just so happened to be the first time that I set that beat the CTGP expert staff ghost, which if I recall correctly is a 119.0. So yeah, I just fluked through this time, and it just so happened to be 8 milliseconds faster than the requirement for Hero D standard, so I just didn't improve it. This track is fine to play. I struggled a lot to get this time back in May because I was way worse at driving, and you can definitely tell that I wasn't as comfortable with the game as I am now, just by looking at the driving. But yeah, goal for 2025 is a 117.7, which is the king standard on this track. I think I could definitely do it without learning the low tricks, but I may have to learn them. It kind of depends. I may have to learn them, maybe like do a 143 or 243. Depends on how good my driving gets, but from what I've heard, the low trick is not that bad. So we'll see. Next is Mushroom Gorge. Goal for this track is a low 144. This time here I'm not really that happy with. It has a pretty major mistake on a lap 2, I believe, where I failed the mushroom skip. Not too sure about that, but we'll see here. So okay, I get it lap 1. But yeah, this time is just really mediocre for my driving strats. Of course, I'm gonna stick with Flame Runner. I am not gonna learn the new Shooting Star strats. But yeah, I don't really know how to improve this time. I think it just comes down to better driving, because I don't think I need anything like the spin drift cut or anything. I'm very consistent at the gap jump, the gap jump. Yeah, it's called the gap jump, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, see, I failed the mushroom skip there, that cost a lot of time. But yeah, I think it just comes down to better driving and maybe utilizing drift tricks on the mushrooms here, because like as you can see, I don't do that. I get the really high air time there. So I think improving this track is about learning how to drive better. As you can see here, there I had to re-hop because I didn't get a good alignment. And learning how to do the mushroom section properly, but I don't think it's gonna be that hard to get a low 144. Potentially even a 143, not too sure at the moment. I already have the splits for a 144, as you can see. So it's inevitable. I could definitely get it. This time is also 2 months old, which you'll see that 2 months old is actually quite old if you compare it to most of the times that were achieved like last month. So yeah, that's MG. Next we have Toad's Factory, and this is the first track where I have a really ambitious goal for 2025. I want to get a 152, and that's because I like this track. I like it. It's quite fun. The shroomless cut is consistent, and I actually use it 3 for 3 in this run. Mainly to get 152, I think that I will have to learn the low trick, because I do not know how to do the low trick. I quote-unquote tried to do it, but it just doesn't work all 3 laps. Also, I'm not that good at the cut, as you can see. I get really high cuts because I use the safe strategy. But yeah, that low just didn't exist. I don't get the low in any other laps. I tried to get it, but looking at the replay, it's just obvious that I hopped too late, and wow, that was awful. That was also terrible. Holy, what the hell? But yeah, I really want to improve in this track. Learn strategies, refine my driving. I think I can definitely do it, given enough time put in it. Oh my god. I don't remember these runs very well, so yeah. I'm kind of just reacting on the fly, because again, this is unscripted, so I'm just reacting on the fly what's happening on my screen. But yeah, I will definitely stick to the 1-1-1 stream strategy. The 2-1-0 strategy is just way too hard for my time. I don't think I needed to get a 152 at all. I'm just gonna stick with 1-1-1. I mean, from what I've heard, people start doing 2-1-0 at like the 150 range, so I'm way outside that. Actually, pretty good cat luck to me. And oh my god, I went so late on that low. Yeah, I need to learn the lows. I think that's the biggest thing I need to improve here. But that lap 3 was not that bad, all things considered. Mario Circuit. We have a 123, 371. This run is not good. It's absolutely not good. But this track is also not good. I don't really like it, even though... Oh my god. That alignment was so bad. Yeah, I don't really like this track. Never really cared for it. Just got the hero standard and dipped. Like I did for many of the tracks, to be honest. Oh my god, that alignment. What the hell? Why did I really not just instead of re-hopping there? Yeah, this time is November 8th, so... it's relatively a bit old. Yeah, it's just really, oh my god, what am I doing? What is that, dude? Bro, how is this my PB? I mess almost everything up. What the fuck? That was a 27.9. That was horrible. Jesus. Yeah, I'll definitely improve this time. Goal is a 122. Considering how many mistakes I made here, shouldn't be too hard. I hope. Dude, I did not get a good alignment any lap. I had to rehop like what 5 times in this run. Holy moly. Yeah, this will definitely be not a priority because I don't like this track, but definitely be a source of improvement. Definitely. Next, Coconut Mall. This run is actually a 200 in disguise, and you'll see why lap 3. But yeah, this run was a massive improvement over my previous personal best of about 202.3. Yeah, it was a 202.3. Played this for like 20 minutes and got a 201.1, which again is a 200 in disguise, and you'll see lap 3. But yeah, it's overall not that good of a run. It's a bit sloppy all around, and I go for like the very easy and consistent strategies. I really don't use any of the banisters except the first one, lap 3, I believe, because that's the one that saves the most time. Apart from that, I just use the normal standard strategies, but that bounce was pretty bad. And I believe this time is quite mediocre, but it's not that bad for my standards. Driving could definitely be a lot better, but also could be a lot worse. So really, the biggest thing that makes me not want to play this track are the car cycles. As you can see, that car cycle was very sketchy. Any cycle-based element on track that creates pace locks is just not something I like. But yeah, I went for the banister that's lap 3. Actually went pretty well. Got also decent escalators all around. But you know, you don't really need good escalators for 201 like this track. This time is not that good. Goal for 2025 is a mid 159 just to get the sub and also get the more polished run all around. And get the King Standard. And I go really wide there. And as you can see, I just misjudged the car cycles and I did not get the last boost panel, which cost me the 200. So yeah, that was pretty bad, but oh well. Okay, so DK Summit, the track that doesn't make sense, and since it's a track that doesn't make sense, I also have a goal for it that doesn't really make sense. So, but it makes sense. For clean run, I mean a run without any real major mistakes, and with all the strategies executed at least like correctly. That's really what I'm going for in DK Summit. And I just put a clean run as the goal because I really don't know what a clean run for me would look like. It would probably be, if I had to guess, a 154, like a mid 154. But yeah, like that was so bad. Like missed the zipper into missing the last trick. That was just so bad. I also really gotta improve my double cuts because they're not fast at all. That was also really high. Yeah, this run is garbage. It's all around just complete garbage. Yet I did play this track after getting this run and I just couldn't improve it because it's DK Summit. So even if you get a good pace, and you still gotta hope that everything like flows together, and that's never like you can never be sure of that, bro. Never. This lap was okay. Like, if I could just get a run with all, like, low 38 laps, which would be, like, a mid 154, or, like, a high 154, I think that would be satisfactory enough for me on DK Summit. I don't really want to go for anything too special. So, yeah. My god, that was taking so slow. Yeah, overall, really sloppy run. What the hell is that, bro? Missed like over half a second lap 3, look at that. But yeah, that's DK Summit. Let's just move on, I guess. Warriors Gold Mine. I actually just did not care about this track at all before I got this time here. And you'll be shocked. But, so basically, at the beginning of the year, my PB here was a 159. I just got like the sub 2 in 2022 and then never touched it again. That was pretty bad. And then I got a 157.3 for the CTGP Gold Star. And then I played this track for 30 minutes. Or better yet, I learned the wall bounce in mkw-sp, which is a practice mod if you don't know, that I use, many other people use. I learned the wall bounce really quickly. I played this track for about 20 minutes, and then I improved my personal best by 2.5 seconds with this run here. This run is not even that bad, honestly. Not polished. It's really not polished, but it's not terrible either. Like, I definitely have worse PBs in my arsenal. And for how little time I spent on this track, I definitely think that I can get the King standard in it if I were to try. Hence, that's my goal. Not anything beyond King standard, because I do not care for this track too much. It's decent. Not my favorite, but not terrible either. It's a pretty decent track to play all around. Don't dislike it, don't like it. It's, yeah, say it's like it's mediocre. And yeah, I don't think I'll introduce any new strategies to get the 153.6. I think I'll just stick to wall bounce and not really bother with anything like that, the turn skip, detach, anything like that. I think that's completely unnecessary for the timer that I want to achieve, so I don't know why I hopped twice there. Why did I hop twice? But yeah. Lap 3 is my personal best split, by the way. Daisy circuit. Fun fact, this time was an improvement of exactly 1 second over my previous personal best. Like, my previous personal best was 133.788, and this is a 132.788, so yeah. And I use Funky Kong for it, because I don't really know how to take advantage of Daisy Mach Bike on this track yet. But as you can see from my goals, this is what I will look forward to on this track. For 2025, I want to learn Daisy on it, and I want to get a 131 at least. Because this is also a track that I don't really care about too much. It's not... Yeah, it's very similar to What is Gold Mine in terms of enjoyment. It's like... It's not boring, it's also not fun. It's decent. It's decent. So, definitely want to improve it. But I won't go for anything too special on it because I just have other tracks that I would rather prioritize all around. So yeah, this up 2 was pretty bad. Also had to re-hop there. No stair dives, of course, but yeah. I also do this strategy out of the shortcut. I don't really know if it's that fast, but it worked for me, so I just used it. And here, I thought I was gonna hit the pole, so I just like really nudged a bunch to try to not hit the pole. That probably cost like a 0.6. It probably would have been a 0.6 if I didn't do that. Here is my first track where I really want to work on 2025, and that's Koopa Cave. You'll see that my goal is a 2:22, which is a time that is far beyond the levels of my personal best right now. It's like quite a big jump, but I think I can do it if I put in the time. Also, you'll notice that I say plus strats. What I mean by that is that I want to change my strategies on this track quite significantly. More precisely, I want to stop shrooming at that grass patch over there and instead do the shroomless cut. And I also want to learn the how do you call that? The wraparound strat in the the wraparound strat as you enter the pipe. Because I've seen that saves quite a bit of time, and it's not too hard to do. I'll try to learn these strategies. I also initially had the plan of learning the Mander strat, but yeah, Mander is probably just too hard, and I don't think I'm gonna bother with Mander. Many people told me that I don't need Mander for a 222 anyways, so it's fine. inside of Mander, I don't know if I want to learn the Rock Bounce strat, which is a very obscure strategy that is like slightly slower than Mander, but from what I've heard is very consistent. Either that, or I can just do, you know, the drift ramp, not trick, and just shroom at the last waterfall, like Carter showed in his recent video of beginner strats, which you should definitely go watch, by the way. That video is amazing. I highly recommend it. And I will also follow it to learn a lot of the strategies that I want to implement in my times this year. It's super well made. Shoutouts to Carter, man. He did an amazing job with that. And yeah, really ambitious goal all around, but I think it's manageable. I don't think it's too hard. I mean, I already kind of know how to do the shroomless cut. I just haven't really found a consistent way to do it yet. Well, I haven't screwed around with the wraparound strat. I really have no idea how to do it. But yeah. Also, I just realized I did not speak of like this run in particular. I just talked about my goal. This run was mediocre as fuck. Didn't really have a lot to say about it. Maple Treeway is another track that I really like. But unfortunately, I really liked in the past tense. I don't know, Maple Treeway just fell off for me really quickly. After I learned it, I just realized that this track is not that fun, all things considered. And a big reason for it is what you will see in my personal best. It's the lap 3 wiggler pace lock. That is so annoying because it means that I need like a really good lap 1 and 2 in order to actually get a chance of improving my time here. And really, by really good, I mean really good for my standards. On this run, I get a double 47.0, and that's enough to barely beat the wiggler. I say that if you want to have a better alignment, or if you want to lose less time by going around the wiggler, you need like a double 46, maybe like a double 46.8. But I've only hit 146 lap in my life, so yeah. As you can also see, I'm using like the very basic strategies still, not going for jack strat, not going for the faster U-turn strat, just doing, you know, basic strategies. Not going for the Xeno either, even though I have learned the Xeno strat and I will definitely use it for my 2025 goal, which is, as you can see, a mid 120, not 120, mid 220. Initially, my goal for this year was to get Italian tops, which are, as I record, at 219.8, but I think that's just too out of reach. It's out of reach because this track is so fucking difficult. It's so hard, and I will definitely implement at least the jack strat to achieve this time. So I just had to drink. My mouth's getting dry. Oh yeah, I missed that mini turbo there. That cost me King Standard on this track. Oh yeah, it's really close to King Standard. It's only 79 milliseconds from King Standard. That it would have gone to King Standard if I didn't miss that MT there, and if I got a better ending section, because I'm pretty sure I missed like the wheelie here. Yeah, I have to rehold like that. But yeah, overall, it's a solid run. I don't dislike this run, but I definitely want to improve it for many reasons. But we shall see what I'm able to do. Grumble Volcano, Grumble Volcano. So, this track is terrible. I'm just gonna say right now, this track is absolutely terrible. It's disgusting. Disgusting, the sheer amount of bounces that you get all around. It's shit because this cut right here, I don't like it. I also just don't do it correctly. I know that you should like jump into it with a wheelie to make it a lot more consistent. I don't do that in this time because I didn't really explore the best strategies. I just like kind of got this run to get the hero standard, and yeah, just I really explored it since. But I do want to get better at this track still, because I think that It's a very important track for online. I just also think that this run is really bad. So, yeah. I don't get DMT there because I always get a bad alignment. Also, yeah, I think all 3 laps I just hit the off-road there because I don't do the strat correctly. I hold my drift instead of wheeling into it, so my shroom just runs out too fast. I think that's like the problem with it. Yeah, overall, I don't know. My goal is to get King Standard here, which is the 156.6 that you see, and it should be doable. I already have hit like a 38.8 lap once, which would be plenty enough. So hey, maybe it won't be that hard, but this track is just not easy to play. You just get so many bounces. There are so many hard strategies. The ramps are really hard. It's just a hard track. Here we go for one of my least favorite tracks to my favorite track in the entire game. That's DDR. This track is amazing, and I'm really proud of the time that I got here. It's a 154.235, which you might think that's kind of mid. That's not that good. But the thing is that it's done by using the 1-1-1 shroom strategy. I don't go for ultra. I just shroom at the end of the lap in the sand that world records just hop over shroomless. And yeah, I just shroom here instead of doing ultra. So for these strategies, I think this run is pretty solid. I wanted the 153 here for the longest time, but I ended up not really following through with it. As this time was only set 2 weeks ago, and since then I've kind of taken a short break from the game to focus on university, and also because I was just feeling a little bit burnt out. I'll definitely be back, of course. I'm just taking this short break. For 30-35, I really want to hit the Legend Standard on this track and get a mid 151 with Ultra, of course. So we'll also have to learn Ultra for that. But yeah, this run gets 3 out of 3 sand hop, and it gets like decent wall glitches. I mean, only gets like 1 correct wall glitch, but pretty sure that even though I don't get wall glitch on the other 2 laps, it's like not a big deal. Maybe it has 2 wall glitches actually. Yeah, it was lap 2 and 3, I think. But yeah, overall, I really like this track, and I will definitely play it a lot this year. Mid 151 is the goal. We shall see if I'm able to achieve that. Move You Highway is a quite interesting track for me to talk about. As you can see, there's an asterisk on the personal best splits there, and there's a good reason for that. It's because if I actually got those splits in a run, I wouldn't be able to finish the run because I would be pace locked. And this is the reason why, even though I'm only 55 milliseconds from the King Standard, I didn't go for it. It's because I can't go for it. If I actually go and, you know, get a better lap 1 and 2, which is definitely possible. As you can see, I missed a wheelie there, and lap 2 is also just not good at all, as you can see. As you will see. I mean, for now it's fine, but I missed the trick there. Don't get the wheelie speed, etc. But yeah. The problem is that I am pace locked, so I can't really progress on this track with my current shroom strategy. I have to change shroom strategy to not use 1 shroom on every lap, which is what I do right now, but only use shrooms on lap 2 and 3. Only use 1 shroom lap 2, 1 shroom lap 3, and use the last shroom like right at the end of the run. Because otherwise I would just be too fast and hit a certain truck lap 3, which I will show you now. And there's really no way to avoid it. Like, there's no way to go around it. That yellow car here on the left is also a problem. and that's why I'm going to the right here, because otherwise I would have just hit that yellow car. And this route, of course, loses time. But that's the truck. As you can see, that's the truck that just pace locks me. If it was any faster there, I would have hit it, and I would have just lost my run. So yeah. This is my Moonview Highway PB. Goal for next year is to change trim strategy and improve this time down to low 145. Oh my god, this time is so bad. This run is absolutely awful, but that's because BCW is one of my worst tracks, period. One of my absolute worst tracks. I am clueless playing this track. I am actually clueless. I try to do the strategies, but I'm just so bad at them, and I'm just so bad at driving in general on this track. Like, look at that. I just need to really learn this track. No other way to put it. I need to learn how to play this track, learn the strategies. Also, yeah, look at that. That was... Oh! My god. I think that lost like half a second. Also, I'm really bad at the geysers. I just don't know the geysers. Yeah, all around terrible run. But this track is quite fun. Hence, I really want to work on this track too next year and get a 224, which is definitely a more respectable time than what I have here now. Yeah, I don't really think I have to learn new strategies. I just need to execute them correctly and learn the geyser cycles. I think that's what's holding me back the most here. Also, yeah, learn the spiral, learn the middle section, learn the beginning. Just learn the track, basically. I have to just learn the track. Those geysers were not even bad. Well, guys were pretty decent. Yeah, I've hit like a few 48 laps so far, but yeah, high 48 laps, not really good. So I will need low 48 laps for my 224 goal, and I'll just have to see. What strategies I need to implement for it, but I'm pretty positive that it shouldn't be too hard. Maybe I'm wrong, because this track is really hard to finish a run on. There's just so many things that can kill your run here, so maybe I'm wrong and this track is actually really hard and my goal is unreasonable here, but we'll just have to wait and see what I can conquer on this track. Finally, we end off the Nitro tracks with Rainbow Road, and boom, I do the wheelie cut lap 1. There you go. You saw all the good you saw all the good of this run. It was right there. It was getting the wheelie cut lap 1, because this PB is, oh my god, it's bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. All in all, just disgusting driving. Yeah, basically just disgusting driving. I don't really have a lot to say because I don't really remember this run, so. But I just know that I have like 2 missed mini turbos and just a lot of other mistakes. But yeah, the goal for this track is to get the CTGP Gold Star, which is really hard on this track. It's a 232 375, and so my goal is 374. Best split's already good, a 232, and my lap 1 would be fast enough for my goal already. The only problem is that I can't really reliably do the wheelie cut on laps that aren't lap 1, so yeah. I'll just do the normal moon jump on the other laps. And the reason why I do the wheelie cut lap 1 is to beat the wavy road cycle. Oh my god, I missed empty. Oh my god, that's so bad. But yeah, the reason why I do the wheelie moon jump is because if you don't do the wheelie moon jump, you cannot get the flip trick on the wavy road lap 1 unless you're like really fast. and getting the wheelie cut is, for me, is more consistent than being fast enough to get the flip trick. So that's why I go for it lap 1. Also, it just saves time in general, so why not? It's like a 200 millisecond time save, you know, right at the start of the run. Why not go for it, you know? Also go for shroomless, turn skip. I do pretty badly in this lap. I don't know why, I just don't drive really well. I'm not good at this high section there. Oh, I missed the wheelie there, lovely. But yeah, extremely improvable time. We'll definitely work on this. I will not learn kart, I will just use Flame Runner for this, as I think it's just better for me to stick to Flame Runner, because kart is just so hard. Okay, finally with the retro tracks we have Peach Beach, which I personally think is one of the better spear tracks in the game, at least at my level of play. I know that at high level this track is really QM dependent, but this is not really a factor for me at the moment. There is some QM, but it's not run ending, so you know. And this time doesn't really, like, this time is not really good enough to be affected by QM that much. Guess decent amount of chain wheelies though. Yeah, I'm actually not too bad at chains. Like, I just spam the D-pad on my classic controller and I get them sometimes, you know. That's I guess better than nothing, but yeah. For the goal, I want to get King Standard on this track, since again, as I said, it's one of my favorite spear tracks. It's like the least bad one, because I don't really like them, but yeah. Apart from that, strategy changes are definitely changing the shroom strat to do 1-0-2 and not 0-2-1. I really don't know why I did that shroom strat. I just downloaded a ghost off of CTGP and he did that shroom strat, so I just followed what he did. But yeah, that's really not the ideal shroom strat that I should use. So yeah. And here we get to the worst track in the game. Pretty, you know, universally agreed on. This is just the worst track in the game. And yeah, it's just really bad. I don't really know what to say about it. Just like this time is absolutely awful. And that's mainly also because I just don't really know how to play this track really well. Like, it's not just because this track is literally gambling. It's also just because I'm bad at it. I mean, that sequence was okay. Yeah, I just don't get air there, so I lose all the time. But I think this lap is not too bad. Yeah, I guess. Goal for this track is to get the King Standard, just because I think it's pretty easy. Like, all I need to do is just to, like, get lucky, and I have it. So, I mean, not really get lucky, but I need to learn the track. But I don't think it's gonna be too hard. You know, it's just because I want a better time. Seeing that 101 is just really annoying for me. Next is GV2, and I really want to work on my GV2 time in 2025. In fact, I have a goal of a 53, which is a massive jump from a 54.7. I know it might not seem like it, but it is. It is. Apart from that, I don't really know what to say about this track. It's quite fun, very fast-paced, and I think my biggest point of improvement is just better driving. I don't really think that there is much that I can improve upon, apart from getting more consistent at the shroom, which I still haven't really figured out. Like, sometimes I get a really good shroom, sometimes I get trash shrooms. I don't know if my approach is correct for those, but yeah. I don't know, in general, just improve the driving, because this driving is still leaves a lot to be desired, definitely. So yeah, lap 3 was a personal best split, I think. RMR, another driving track I quite like. Go for this. It's a 143, which I think should be pretty simple. Don't think it's gonna be too hard. But yeah, this track is honestly pretty chill. I like it. It's quite underrated track in my opinion. It's quite fun. And of course I just do the re-hop there because I'm not that good at getting that chain drift, so most of the time I just have to hop. Get a half chain there. I don't go for the pipe because I still haven't really figured out how to consistently get a good alignment into it, and I haven't really figured out how to get a good trick on it. Because if you don't get like a really low trick, you actually, I think, lose time with it. I don't think you save time if you get like a high trick. I don't really know how to get a good trick there, but yeah, as you can see, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Full drop chain, but that's just because I had to realign. And yeah, it's just a chill driving based track. I have to really improve many of my driving based tracks. I have bad times on a lot of those because yeah, I'm just not really that good at driving based tracks generally. I mean, I'm not good at any track. I mean, I'm bad at most tracks, but you know, especially driving tracks, in my opinion. But yeah, that was a pretty bad alignment. This alignment is actually pretty good, but I got a full drop chain. So. Yeah, that's RMR. Definitely play this, and I'll definitely look forward to improving this time. Here's the first truck in the video that I can confidently say that I don't care about. I do not care about Sherberland at all. I just don't care about this track. I got the Hero Standard. I got the CTGP Gold Star by 6 milliseconds, and that's honestly where it's gonna stay for quite a while. I don't think I'm gonna really play this track a whole lot. Nah, I just won't really play it that much. I might improve my time, but I have no goal for it because I just don't like this track. I don't. I think this is like, there are worse tracks in this game, but I think that this, out of all tracks, is the most boring. This track is just so boring. It's 2 minutes of nothing. Nothing goes on. So many chain wheelies. I just don't like this track at all. And it shows because this run is overall pretty bad. Miss so many chains. Have to wheelie nudge so much. That was a full drop. Bad driving all around. I mean, I'm just not good at this track at all. Look at how wide I have to go there. Oh my god, that was so bad. And the thing is that these are the good laps. I'm pretty sure that my lap 3 is considerably worse than these 2 laps. Which is just funny. Yeah, 0.7. I'm pretty sure my... Yeah, no, if you do the math, my lap 3 is a 43. So... absolute vomit. Drop chain. No, because I wheeled that so much. Drop chain. Also, I noticed that I was spamming my D-pad input, even though like I was spamming my D-pad input just all the time. Wow. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Don't worry, guys. I don't just fucking aimlessly spam all the time. I still spam my wheelies, but with a bit of criteria now. Also, yeah, missed the alignment last turn. This run is just really bad, but again, I don't care for it. I don't care about this track. This 124.016. Some people might think you could have gone for the 123. Like, come on, you're only 17 milliseconds away. And the thing is that I went for the 123. But I gave up due to how much due to how QM based this track is with Magic Cruiser. Like, there's so many spots where you can just bounce and lose 0.1, which for this track, 0.1 is a lot. So yeah, I just gave up. And for 2025, I don't want to just deal with Magi anymore on this track. I want to learn Spear on it. And I just want to get that mid to 123 with spear, as I think it's both gonna be like easier and like easier to get a good time with. Spear on this track is not easy to play, but it would definitely be easier to, you know, get a good time with it. And I haven't really explored spear too much so far. I've played it like sometimes, but I haven't really explored it that much. So yeah. I think I do fail like at the end here. So this run could have been a 123, but it just wasn't, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I mean, I didn't really fail, but if I released that MT earlier, I think that would have been it, actually. That's quite funny. Delfino Square is another track that I really want to put a lot of time in 2095. My goal here is a 2:06, which means improving my personal best by 1.7 seconds on a driving track such as this one. That's not really that easy. There's not too much time save left, and it all comes from better driving, which is the reason why I'm willing to focus a lot of attention on this track specifically. It's because it's probably my favorite driving track. I really like this track, and I just don't have a really good time on it, so just figure, you know, why not? Since I really do think that I need to improve my driving here a lot, so I don't know if I really achieved this goal. This is probably one of my most ambitious goals for this year. Like, I think that this track, GV2 and Koopa Cape are definitely my most ambitious goals. So we'll have to see if I'll actually be able to achieve them. But you know, I put them as my goals because I'm pretty positive that if I put the time into them, they can definitely be achieved. Definitely, I will try to achieve as many goals as possible that I put in this video here next year. So if you want to see me reach those goals, you know, make sure that you subscribe so you can see when I reach them, because I upload every single one of my PBs to my YouTube channel. So feel free to check them out, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that going into lap 3, this was actually my best pace. But yeah, this lap 3 is pretty bad, as you can see. I really take all the lines very safe. And this is because I've had a 209 on this track for the longest time. So this run, I just said, you know, I'm gonna play lap 3 safe just to get the 208. And I did. But yeah, lap 3. Very, very bad lap 3 all around. Quite bad. So yeah, that's Delfino Square. In a very similar vein to DK Summit, I'm really bad at this track. And that's mainly due to the fact that I still don't understand how to execute all the strategies correctly. At least most of them. So, similarly to DK Summit, I just want a clean run on this. You know, a run without major mistakes that executes all the strategies decently well. Of course, all the normal strategies, like the, you know, the drift ramp, zipper ride, the low ramp, not anything like really advanced, like the turn skip, for example. Like, of course not. Just, you know, all the basic strategies, but executed well. And I think the target time for that, what would it be? It will probably be like yeah, probably a 154 actually. Probably just a 154 in a similar vein to DK Summit. Literally in the same vein as DK Summit, because I also think that 154 would be a clean run on DK Summit, for my standards, that is. So yeah, I'll definitely go for it. As of right now, I actually quite dislike this track just due to the fact that it's so inconsistent for me. But that basically just comes down to the fact that, you know, I'm just not good at it. It's not because the track is bad, it's just because I don't know how to play it. So it's not the track's fault. Yeah, bad lap 2, I don't even get the low lap 3. I just completely fail it. Yeah, bad run, but, you know, it's a starting point. Because at least I do get the drift ramp 343. I at least get decent turns into the zipper, into the middle, like the zipper middle section. So yeah, it's not too bad of a run, but it's definitely very, very improvable, especially that lap 2. My god. Desert Hills. This is also a track that I used to not care about, but it's quite fun all around. I actually do quite like this track. Now that I've learned the sand hop. The sand hop makes this track so much more fun, you know. And yeah, really have nothing to say about this track. My goal is my mid 137 to both get the King Standard and also to, you know, just get a better time. Is that a wheelie cut? No, that's not a wheelie cut. No, yeah, no, that's not considered a wheelie cut. Look at that re-hop on the, my god. Now this run is really, really messy, and that's the main reason why I want to improve it. Extremely messy, and yeah. Really have honestly nothing to say. So since I'm quite tired of speaking, I'll just take a break and let the rest of this run play out. Because I really have nothing to say about this track. So I'll be back. And we're back with this absolute joke of a track. Just look at the left info and look at my personal best split that gave a 219.599. Now look at my PB and wonder, you could have just tried, you know, to improve this. I did. I played this track for at least like 10 hours before getting this time. And for all that time, my sum of best splits was at 219. So yeah. The problem is that this track is just so incredibly inconsistent for me, and that's solely because of the low tricks. I am really bad at the low tricks, and that killed, like, the low tricks killed, I think, 5 paces that could have been a 220 before I even had this 221 time here. As soon as I got this time, which is hero standard, I just dipped because I couldn't just handle this track anymore. Got 3 out of 5 there. But yeah, I've had multiple 220 paces that I've just died to the low tricks. And I honestly think that when you get the low tricks, like, this track is fun. Low tricks are really satisfying, but actually getting the low tricks is just so hard for me. So, yeah. I might revisit this track and really, you know, get it down, but for now I have no goal on this track. We'll probably improve this time just because it really does not represent what I can actually achieve on this track. But I don't have a goal for this track. Like, I don't know if it will go for a 220. I don't even know if I'll improve this time. Like, you know, I don't have a goal. And that's not necessarily because I really dislike this track, it's just because this track is way too inconsistent with my current skill level. But I think that if I do put in the time to actually get consistent on the low tricks, this track could be quite fun. I just don't know if I want to do that. So, you know, for now, no goal. And this PB stands as it is. which is that this doesn't stand very well. And now for another really unpopular opinion, this track is fun. Yeah, you heard me. I like DKGP. No shortcut, of course. But the driving on this track, yeah, it's honestly quite fun. I'm not good at it. You can definitely tell that I'm not good at it. But I do want to learn it. And that's why I have a 215 for a goal. It's because I do want to learn the driving on this track. I think it's quite neat. The shroom does bring this track down a lot though, of course. Due to its very, very inconsistent nature and the fact that you can just lose so much time on it. The cave section also is infamous for eating my wheelies for some fucking reason. I don't know if other people have the same problem. But that wheelie right there before the cut, like, for me is so inconsistent. I don't know why. It just is. But yeah, this time overall, no good. Absolutely not. But you know. I was actually quite proud of it when I got it, because this was a fluke from a 219. I just fluked the hero standard. And yeah. Overall, I'd say that my goal is definitely achievable here. I don't really see why I wouldn't be able to, you know, polish up the driving and get it to 215, sorry. Because I don't really think there are many strategies to implement. I mean, I'll definitely not implement like something like Classroom, of course, because it's so hard. And I will definitely not implement the getting air on the first turn after the, no, on the second turn after the cannon. Like, not this turn here, but like this turn right here. The world record gets like air on the ramp there and cuts a portion of the turn. I know that's faster, but like I don't think I'll go for it. Like, I'm pretty sure it's quite hard, so there's no point in me going for it at the moment. But yeah, I don't really know why people dislike this track. Mainly it's like, maybe it's because of the shroom, but and the shroom is bad, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I think the rest of the track is fine. And now we get to GCM Mario Share. Sorry, I had something in my throat. And here we get to GCN Slot Machine. And yeah, it's just GCN Slot Machine. This is the second track in the game where I have a King Standard time on. The other one was Dry Rins, and I don't have any more King Standard times. This was actually my first King Standard, and yeah. Honestly, this track, like, is decently fun, but the problem is that it's decently fun only when you're getting lucky on the shroom cut, which is, it's just that, it's luck. Like, getting air there, it's completely QM. You can really do, and you can do nothing to make that consistent. You just need to hope you get air on the cut. And not getting the good air on the cut makes you lose a lot of time. And you know, getting bounces on the cut also makes you lose time. Getting a good cut basically just requires a little QM. And yeah, I do want to improve this track though. I want to get a 132 by implementing the double tricks at the end, as there is a pretty consistent way to get them that I just haven't implemented yet on this run, but I think I will. And apart from that, it just comes down to, you know, better driving and better strat execution. My personal best split sum is already basically a 132. I mean 133.030, but you know, it's really close there. And yeah, we'll definitely see what I can achieve on this track. I'll definitely try and improve this time. Probably my second worst time in my entire timesheet is this one. I just cannot figure out how to drive this track. What am I saying, bro? I cannot even speak English, honestly. I'm just bad. Both on Mario Kart and English. What was I about to say? Yeah. This is probably my second worst time in my entire timesheet because I just cannot figure out how to drive this track well. I picked up Daisy for it. Previously my PP zone was on Flame Runner. And apart from that re-hop there and some, you know, not precise driving. And not getting with the okay, I know I do that double MT wrong. Now that I look at it, I do that double MT in the wrong way. Also, I just go really wide on those cuts. I don't know. If someone can please just comment under this video telling me how do I get a mid 119 or like at least like a decent time on this track, I am willing to put in the time because I think that this track is quite fun to play. But I don't know why I just suck so much balls at it. Like, I don't know why I'm so bad at it, because this run in my eyes doesn't even look that bad. Apart from this, missing the MT there. I hate myself for that, but apart from that, dude, like honestly, this run doesn't look bad, but it is. Like, I don't know. Alright. RPG. Which is not a missile launcher in this game. It's a track. It's the Speech Gardens. And this was actually one of my favorite time trials. And it still kinda is. The problem is, in a very similar vein to the last track, MC3, the run looks good in my eyes because it doesn't have that many mistakes, but the time is just ass. So I really don't... okay, I know I do that wrong. I know I should get a second MT there, and I also know that I shouldn't do this. Okay, yeah, maybe this run does not look that good, even at the naked eye, at my eye at least. Now that I actually, you know, pay attention to it, yeah, the reasons why I don't have a better time are pretty apparent. I also think that is just done wrong, because I'm pretty sure they were supposed to, you know, shoot before hopping and release your MT like way earlier. But yeah, goal is a 202. I really want to get this track down. In a similar vein to Piazza Delfino Square, I do think that this is one of the better driving tracks in the game, so I definitely want to get good at it. And I should probably mention that for the longest time, when I was still like a pretty casual player, when I, you know, didn't really take the game seriously, just kind of time trialed casually, my PB here was on Spear. I had like a 206, like a mid 206 with Spear, manual. But yeah, I just switched to Flame Runner because it's much easier to drive, and also it's faster, so yeah. I still wish this track was a Spear track though, but you know, whatever. It is more fun on Flame Runner, I'd say. A lot more consistent. You get way less bounces. It's just, yeah. That's why I've driven my PB with Flame Runner. And that's about it. DK Mountain is another track that I quite dislike because the sheer amount of bounces that you get. And like, yeah, it's not that bad. Like, honestly, okay. It's not that bad. I've shit on this track a lot of times in the past, but this track is actually not that bad. It's just that... what the fuck am I doing? Oh yeah, I just do not know how to get the wheelie there, so I actually get the ramp there all 3 laps. This is just a strategy that I just came up with. It's probably so slow, but it works for me. Also, I just slow down too much on that cut. This run is absolutely awful. I will definitely want to improve it, but I just don't know how I will improve it. I mean, probably by just not sucking. But you know, I don't know how much I will actually want to improve it. So for now, I don't have a goal on this track. But like, if I had to put a goal, if I really had to put on a goal, it would probably be a 210. Or yeah, it would probably be a 210 if I really had to put a goal on this track. But for now, I just don't want to, you know, actually go ahead and make a goal for myself, because I just don't know how interested I will be on this track, because it's just so inconsistent. And yeah, I don't really know. Maybe I should put a goal on this track, honestly. Maybe I just should put it on it. In fact, you know what? Bam. Goal 210. Goal is gonna be at 210. I've just decided it right now as I'm commentating. Goal is gonna be a 210. Oh my god. I just cannot live with this PB on my timesheet. Come on. It's embarrassing. 210 is the goal. And yeah, I'll just figure it out. But yeah, definitely strats today will need to improve. The wheelie after the first turn after the cannon, the wraparound strat, and the better cut. So basically just learn the whole fucking track, just like BCW. Last track in the game. My worst track in the game. And my worst PB so far. What can I even say about it? It just speaks for itself. Like, the sheer amount of garbage you're about to see in the next 2 minutes and a half is outstanding. It really is. Goal is gonna be a 235 with Funky Kong, not with Mach Bike. And because the thing is that I only play Mach Bike on this track here because I don't know how to spin drift. Oh my god, what the hell is that? And to get this though, pretty sure I get this on both laps where I can actually get it. Yeah, I did try to spin drift there, but I just don't get a spin because from what people have told me, I just don't hold left enough. I just like I go right, left, right too quickly. I should like hold left more to give the bike more of a spin. But I did not know that when I set this time. I just set this time to get the last hero standard I needed for my timesheet. And yeah, so all my times are at least hero standard on the players page. I achieved that on December 9th of this year. And I had a goal in mind to get all king standards in 2025. But I don't actually know if I'll do that. I will definitely get many king standards. I want to get like at least half of my timesheet as a king standard. And I want to get a couple of legend standards. But yeah, I don't know if I will actually get all king standards. Probably not. Especially because of Dick's track, for example. Even though I'm pretty sure 235 would be king standard. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe like a mid or low 235 is actually king standard. So maybe I'll get it on this track, I don't know. But yeah, learn Funky Kong on this learn this track on Funky Kong. Learn the ending rail strat. And yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching, guys. More content is on the way in 2025, and look at that ending, wow. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, it really means a lot. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.